The Gooch has been slimed out. Gucci gang, it is our time to rest. Manel Kape beats Kyoji Horiguchi in the third round, and Kyoji looks so sharp early on, and that's what fucking pissed me off in this. Was he was doing such a great job, you know, with Manel Kape kind of being fairly low output and patient, and Gooch working the body kick well, feinting a lot, landing a nice left hand, inside leg kicks, and then just working the grappling. You saw it at the end of the first round. He got a late single leg with 20 seconds left, controlled him. And second round comes along. You're getting, a nice lead left hand from Kyoji Horiguchi that had Manel Kape on the back foot. And he landed a really nice takedown. Kyoji pretty much just sat on him for the entirety of the second round. Was kind of, in my opinion, needed to do a little bit more with the ground and pound and, just land more elbows. Ended up doing a little bit better with the ground and pound as the round went on. But round three, both of them kind of come out a little bit wild. And that's where I got a little bit worried, because Manel Kape has that power. That is fight finishing power that you don't really see at flyweight. It is so impressive. This guy clips you. He has a death touch, man. This guy clips you. You just go boom, boom. It's like Alex Pereira, man, in a fucking Portuguese, Angolan, whatever the fuck he is, body. Kyoji Horiguchi even came out there with a nice left-right, beautiful counter. Kyoji again had Manel Kape on the back foot. And then I just kind of said, Manel needs to keep going. That's what I wrote in my notes. He even slipped when Kyoji checked the kick pretty badly. And then they got in the pocket. Manel Kape clipped Kyoji Horiguchi with a right hand. And it was fucking over. Ground and pound. Fuck. And the thing that, again, I said this in the beginning, it just pissed me off because Kyoji looks so sharp, and Manel Kape just gets this one moment where he knocks him out. Not to say that Manel Kape, he's like a KO fluker. No, Manel Kape is very skilled. He's a fucking sniper, just an elite level striker. But just pissed me off because Kyoji was looking so sharp, and I was like, wow, I'm gonna fucking get this right, because all weekend when this was first announced, I'm like, Manel Kape is gonna nuke out Kyoji Horiguchi, and then in the build-up leading up to it, I'm like, Kyoji's movement, he doesn't really get stuck on the fence. He's just very fast, in and out. He's such a better grappler than Manel Kape. I figured he could probably win this one by decision, and he's very durable. But again, I underrate the power of Manel Kape. I've done this significantly and countless times on this channel. This guy has fight finishing power like nobody else in flyweight. Listen, if Pantoja's not ready within the next couple months, run Joshua Van versus Manel Kape. It's a really nice grudge match. Both guys don't like each other. I would pick Joshua Van to win just because I think his volume is too much for Manel Kape, and it would be an extremely exciting fight. Now, obviously, I do worry that Manel Kape can just put one good punch on Joshua Van's chin and maybe finish him, because he really does have that kind of power. But Joshua Van has a good chin. Manel Kape doesn't really have to worry about the takedown threat. I'm just really interested in that fight. Manel Kape versus Joshua Van would be a fucking banger. It would just piss me off, though, if Manel Kape won, because I just watch him and I'm like, wow, this guy is very good, but I'm like, I just love the way Van and fucking Horiguchi and Pantoja fight so much more. So please, Pantoja or Van, save us. I do not want Manel Kape as champion. Steroid user, eye pokes, cage. He's a dirty fighter. That's the end of the story. But just tough loss for Kyoji, who I feel bad for because the UFC gets him back when he's like 35. And he still is very good. But at this point, it's like probably done with the Kyoji Horiguchi title run. Just a tough fight for him, but he really did look so sharp. It'll be interesting to see what's next for. Maybe they give him a Tatsuro Taira. I don't really know if they're boys. They're both Japanese, so maybe that's racist of me to think that. But yeah, let's do fucking Manel Kape versus Joshua Van if Pantoja's not ready. And if Pantoja's ready, let Manel Kape wait on the sidelines with his big fat tits. And yeah, Kyoji really only lost because he got distracted by Manel Kape's tits. But whatever. Good win for Manel Kape again. Really nice comeback win. Impressive performance. Actually not impressive performance, but impressive finish nonetheless. Move on to Ion Cutelaba versus Navajo Stirling. I was watching this fight and I was like, man, Cutelaba, he's going to sub him. Because it really did look like that early, where he got him in that nasty, I believe it was a guillotine, where he was working that guillotine on the fence early, pulled guard, mounted him, and then Navajo Stirling did a great job getting out. Throughout this fight, I thought he did a great job wrestling up, scrambling out, and just kind of surviving Ion Cutelaba's sub attempts and his kind of dominant grappling, because on the feet, Navajo Stirling was much better, whether it was 1-2, his knees. He was getting taken down a lot on this fight, whether it was trips, throws from Ion Cutelaba, but he just did a great job scrambling, working back up to his feet. Second round comes along. He's landing elbows, landing fucking knees, landing some nice shots to the body. Ion Cutelaba, a couple times in this fight, kind of played possum, where he would like fake that he was hurt and then try and like get back in the pocket with Navajo Stirling. There was also a nice throw for Ion where he was trying for Kimura that looked like, oh shit, the fight's going to be over here. Navajo Stirling gets out, gets back to his feet. Ion Cutelaba names another, lands another takedown. But Navajo Stirling just does a great job reversing again, scrambling his dick off. Big knee. Keeps it standing, is landing more knees to Ion Cutelaba. Cutelaba takes him down again. But again, Navajo Stirling, and I've said it like 8 times already, wrestles up, scrambles up, like ends up in this weird position where he's standing and Ion Cutelaba is just sitting against the fence, just taking elbows, punches to the face, and the fight is over. Big standing ground and pound. Really weird win. I get like kind of how people feel about Navajo Stirling, where you watch him and you're like, this guy should be better than he is, but he just gets it done. And I thought this was a decent win. I'm not going to walk away from this one being like, wow, Navajo Stirling, future champ. But it was a good win. He was able to handle some dangerous situations from Ion Cutelaba, who he's a flukester, man. This guy's a crafty vet. You never really know what you're going to get with him. And I don't know. I'm interested to see what's next for Navajo Stirling. You give him a Dustin Jacoby. You give him a Zhang Minyang. Fucking Alonzo Menafield. I think he can win. He definitely could beat Zhang, and I think he can beat Alonzo Menafield also. And I think we're going to see Navajo Stirling sometime in the rankings soon. I'm going to buy... Listen, if Navajo Stirling ever makes kind of an Olberg run where we're actually seeing him fight for the belt and people are just going to point to him also being boring, I'm going to defend Navajo Stirling for a while because I've just watched this dude on the come up. Olberg I hated on from the fucking beginning. So it's not the same thing. Olberg also has one-shot knockout power that Navajo Stirling doesn't possess whatsoever. But good win for him against a guy who's been around the block for a long time. Navo did a nice job, showing off scramble ability, just better on the feet, and got back-to-back finishes for Navajo Stirling. And C-Rod, with one of the better finishes we've seen on this card. I won't talk a ton about the prelims because I didn't really watch a lot of them, but sick win for C-Rod. I mean, he was hurting Hyder Amil on the feet with straight rights, just big right hands, just kept stinging Hyder Amil, was, catching kicks, pushing him to the fence, just piecing up Hyder Amil on the feet, which is kind of surprising. C-Rod kept flicking up that I think it was right head kick, eventually gets him with him, drops him bad. Hyder Amil tries to scramble up and wrestle to a single leg, and Christian Rodriguez locks in a guillotine. That was so fucking deep. And he's done. Just to see Hyder Amil look that bad on the feet against C-Rod's pretty bad. You might have to hang it up, buddy. Great win for Christian Rodriguez, who's always very talented. I mean, again, this guy is a very good grappler at 145, and I wasn't necessarily expecting a submission that early, or even how good he was on the feet. But nonetheless, really nice win for Christian Rodriguez. He beats Hyder Amil by first round guillotine. Moving on to Melsik Bagdasaryan versus Murtalazi Magomedov. You kind of blinked and this fight was over. I mean, this was kind of a weird one where you saw a twister submission for Murtalazi Magomedov, which I think has only happened like 4 times, I believe, in the history of the UFC, where Magomedov was kind of landing some big stuff in the pocket early. Next thing you know, he shoots a takedown, kind of takes his back, rolls back to the body triangle. There's like a fucking half Nelson in there. Then he stretches his body in the other direction, gets the twister. Good finish for him. I mean, Melsik just not really that good. I don't really think that highly of him. Magomedov, though, this is a pretty impressive submission. Definitely a weird one that you don't see very often. Good win for Murtalazi Magomedov. Moving on to the opener, and this one kind of pisses me off because Vinicius Oliveira I still don't think is very good. Now, I saw people saying, give this guy Josh Emmett. He would still kick Josh Emmett's ass, in my opinion, because Josh Emmett is so old and washed. The story of this fight was Vinicius Oliveira had like no respect for Andre Fili's hands whatsoever. He's landing repeated calf kicks, kind of forcing Andre Fili to stance switch a lot. And the one thing I thought that was working for Andre Fili was his jab was solid early, and he did check a kick in that first round of Oliveira that left like Vinicius Oliveira on one foot for pretty much the rest of the fight. Vinicius Oliveira still banging calf kicks in there, backing up Fili to the fence well, but Fili was hurting him bad with body kicks, needed to turn it up, should have been on the gas because he had Vinicius Oliveira with like a compromised liver, and he was on one foot. If he's out there putting on the gas more, I think he probably could have got a finish in that first round. And second round rolls around. Oliveira's kind of entering a little bit more of a flow state where he's swinging wild, still kind of moving weird, landing more on the body of Fili. Again, landing nasty calf kicks, leg kicks, body punches, just loading up like crazy. Nothing super technical. At this point, I was like, maybe Andre Fili should go to the grappling more because he clearly has no respect for your hands whatsoever. Wasn't really getting going, moving forward, just kind of getting stuck on the fence, getting his legs destroyed, getting body punches, and then ends up getting finished. There were probably an elbow to the back of the head in there. I know he was talking to Herb Dean after. Surprise, surprise. Herb Dean, your time's up, buddy. You're getting fucking fired soon. But I thought Fili definitely could have finished him in that first round. It doesn't really change how I feel about Vinicius Oliveira, but I do think he can be better at featherweight just because he's more filled out. His gas tank should be better. He's not cutting as much weight, but I still think like he's not particularly that good. But, you know, a decent win against Andre Fili, who had looked pretty sharp against Jose Miguel Delgado in his last one. So good win for Vinicius Oliveira. Finishes Andre Fili in the in the second round. I'll go through these prelims as fast as possible because I was kind of in and out of watching them. Andre Lima, pretty bad performance against Kevin Boras. I underrated Kevin Boras in the sense that this guy's only fought fucking killers in the UFC. Was kind of running around most of this fight. That's what it seemed like, but seemed to do enough damage to win. Melissa Mullins nearly finished Bia Mesquita and then somehow gets fucking submitted with an armbar. So good one for my girl Bia. Melissa Mullins, you suck. Mitraposo called out Brandon Moreno / Edgar Shirez after winning a split decision over Alan Nascimento. Bad loss for Nascimento. I didn't watch this fight. I kind of want to watch it back. I don't know how the fuck he lost. This Mitraposo is shit. So whatever. Michael Asbo loses. Kind of got pieced up, I believe, by Walmart, Ilya Taporia. Fucking, you know, I guess that happened too. Leon Shabazian sucks. I think he threw one punch. Leva and Chokeli knocked his ass out pretty brutally. Luana Santos, I think she was twerking. And Shane Collins won by, I think, 30-27 decision. So I didn't really watch a ton of the prelims. You know, I had some family festivities today. But I watched the whole main card. I thought it was a pretty fun card. And good win for Manel Kape. Again, it pisses me off that he ruins the Kyoji Horiguchi title run. But I am interested to see him against Joshua Van. And it does worry me that this guy just puts his fist on anybody. And he just knocks him out. Because that's what it seems like is going on now. Fucking did it to Almabayev. Brandon Royval died. And now Kyoji Horiguchi has. If you're new here, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. The doctor is signing off.